So here we got the 蒜味热橄榄油浸黑虎虾虾仁, so which is pretty much garlic shrimp or the Gambas al Ajillo.
The previous video was my first on Western foods in China, and before switching back to Chinese cuisines, here's another video on Western restaurants in the country, this one about the Spanish Tabernita Albeluz. Located in Xujiahui of Shanghai, Albeluz was situated a few stores away several years ago, but has since then relocated to this more visible space, previously occupied by a tiki bar. The pig definitely wasn't there before, probably an homage to the iconic Iberian pig. Our set meal didn't include jamón ibérico, but there were some porky dishes, like this Spanish broken eggs with ham.
And over here is, let me see what it's called on the menu. 有记太阳蛋配薯条火腿和配松露. Pretty much the Huevos Rotos and other tapas that we really like. But it comes with rice this time and some black truffles. So a slight upgrade from the chorizo that we usually have with the eggs.
My main issue with this rendition by Albeluz is that the eggs were too dry. Yolks were generally like over medium eggs, not really the Taiyangdan sunny side up as advertised, and surely didn't turn into huevos estrellados with a star-shaped pool of runny yolk that would tie up all the components. Sauces like mayo were added to moisten the mixture, but I much prefer perfectly timed fried eggs. This other starter had more than just ham and was truly porky. 蘑菇芝士决一比利亚黑猪大排 baked black Iberian pork chop with mushroom and cheese. I think this is more like a general Western dish that uses Spanish ingredients. I can't say for certain if the pork was genuinely Spanish or Iberian, but I've had supposedly Iberian pork chop at reputable shops in China, such as the Pan by Michelin-starred Tom Aikens in Hong Kong and Calypso at the Jing'an Shangri-La in Shanghai. Memory's a fickle thing, but I thought the meat quality here was basically on par with the two aforesaid examples. I especially enjoyed this part connected to the bone, had a lot of fun gnawing on that. Raw ingredient in this dish of garlic shrimp was muy bien as well. Big plump shrimp cloaked in spices and swimming in olive oil. They will kind of pop between your teeth with juice bursting out.
So here we got the 蒜味热橄榄油浸黑虎虾虾仁, so which is pretty much garlic shrimp or the Gambas al Ajillo. Is one of our favorite tapas, and we order this pretty much every time we see this on the menu. Off the top of my head, I remember having this at Brownstone, also here in the Xujiahui area, and then at least twice at Tomatito, both at its new store and the old store. The shrimp here is pretty garlicky with a pretty potent smokiness from the red pepper, and I can't wait to mop up this sauce with this crusty bread.
The little chips of garlic were also very tasty. I ate them with the main course of the set menu, 西班牙海鲜饭 seafood paella. In terms of texture, there were some crispy burnt edges, but not real sauerkraut crusty bottom to scrape off the pan. Perhaps one reason is because the rice as a whole was too creamy, though not to the point of risotto, and the grains did remain somewhat separated instead of sloshing in the sauce. It had a similar feel to other paellas I've had in China, including the seafood paella at Catalunya in Hong Kong, which had a team comprised of members that worked at El Bulli. But maybe this isn't a lack of knowledge about authenticity, rather an adaptation to suit local preference. I'll write more about that in the description section. What's authentic can be subjective at times. I've had plenty of readers of my old articles argue among themselves about what's considered traditional or genuine, or what's the correct term for certain food. Western restaurants in China have come a long ways. As the local population develops more internationalized and discerning taste, it is becoming easier for foreign chefs to stay alive in the business while staying true to their roots. This includes serving drinks from their homeland. Albeluz offers a full array of Spanish wines and drinks. I had a glass of Sangria and before that a flute of cava. Salute to social progress and gastronomic diversity. 再见!